YouTube channel where each and every week I interview players one-on-one. And the cool thing about it is I always say I work for the fans. So I always take questions from you guys, ideas from you all, and I put that into my interviews with these players every week. And something very fun at the end of the interview is I do an activity like Office Olympics, just something really fun. And I don't always win, but that's not the point. Just so you guys can get the chance to see these players as people, not just as guys with helmets on running around on Sundays. It's really cool. So if I have your interest, please click subscribe to my YouTube channel and let me know what you think. All right, let's play a little Carolina Panthers trivia. Tell me what person has interviewed the most Carolina Panther players one-on-one that doesn't work for the organization. Yeah, it's me. I'm Chris Jenkins. I'm with Charlotte Vibe, and I invite you to subscribe. All right, here we go. Will he play or won't he play? I know that wasn't part of the title, not how I start off my videos, but Teddy Bridgewater has been seen practicing today, warming up, taking test throws from the quarterback's coach, and now he is listed as active for today. So all three quarterbacks will be active today, and we're going to see who will start. But let's go ahead and get into the regular format. So good morning, Zebra every day. I don't know if I said that correctly. And Chris Johnson, always the first person to sign on. I appreciate it. Battle of the Blue Cats. Yeah, I like that. And I actually got on blue myself. So I'm supporting the Battle of the Blue Cats, as you would call it. But nevertheless, some people want to see Will Greer. We're definitely going to get into it. So welcome to the show. I'm Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media for Charlotte Vibe, covering the Carolina Panthers. And hey, like the video, subscribe, follow on YouTube if you're wanting to have comments. My shows are always live because I love to interact. You know, man of the people, as they say, and I like to work for you guys. So if you have questions in the comments and you're watching on YouTube, or I'm sorry, and you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, hop on over to YouTube and definitely let's interact. Let's have some conversation. I like the comments that are coming, so please keep them coming. I got a format of the show that I like to do for y'all to tell you some interesting facts about the game, and then after that, I like to get into some question and answers for some things that you guys are leaving. Josh said, "What's up? Keep pounding." Appreciate you, Josh. Hey, as always, why do Facebook YouTubers ask for likes? It helps other people find out about us. We work hard to try to get people content, so if you have the chance, hit the like button. So let's go ahead and get into this matchup today. The Detroit Lions are in town to take on the Carolina Panthers. Game is starting in just about an hour and a half. We got the final inactive list that's going to be coming out probably in the next 20 minutes or so during the show. I'll be sure to go live with that. Hey, question of the day. Tell me who you think will win this game and why. Leave your comments below. I respond to all comments. If I don't, I promise you can get me anytime you see me in the streets. But I do respond to all comments. And I know some people may say, well, it depends on what quarterback is going to start, because at this moment, we still do not know who will be starting. All right, let's go ahead and get into today's show. Let's start with the transactions. That's players they've signed, elevated, release, etc. so far since Saturday. So let me go ahead and bring up that list for you guys and go through it momentarily. All right, let me bring it up here. Alrighty, so this is actually a little backwards, but nothing overlaps, so it's still all good. The Carolina Panthers activated linebacker Chris Orr to the active roster. They did that yesterday. They signed linebacker Daniel Batuli to the practice squad. That also happened yesterday. Waived safety Sean Chandler. This happened yesterday. Released wide receiver Shelton Gibson from the practice squad, as well as kicker Taylor Bertolet was signed to the practice squad. You know, I want to look up, I need to look up some of the stats on these people, because somebody like the kicker Bertolet, I know he's had to been on this team like at least 3 times this season. Like, he just has to have an apartment and just say, all right, I'm going home. I know you guys will call me in a couple of days, but that's just the business of the NFL, seeing that stuff like that happen. And they elevated defensive back Natrell Jamerson to the active roster. He's actually a COVID-19 replacement for Week 11. So that catches us up to date on all the transactions that have taken place since yesterday. Actually, was most of those when most of those had taken place. All right, we did got one prediction from Josh. He says the Panthers win 34-17. Josh, I want to know if that Panthers prediction, what quarterback are you seeing leading us to that victory? Going to talk about that again a little bit more as we go through, but that's the question of the day. Who do you think is going to win? Panthers will win big today. Michael Jones is predicting. Okay. People are feeling good. You know, that weather out there today is good, so that has to make you feel good about the Panthers' chances. Hey, and which is why you see normally it's a little bit darker set up here, and I know I'm missing my decorations being in place. So I promise before the end of the season I'll have all of my stuff in place, and my wife has been helping me, and I've just been slacking. So that's just a little side note. PJ Walker is the quarterback that Tyler is predicting. So people want to see PJ Walker, and I'm not surprised. We've seen Will Grier, and he didn't solidify himself as a backup. That's why we have PJ Walker, and PJ is somebody that we haven't seen, and I certainly would like to see. He certainly has some athleticism that you get excited about and want to watch. Chris Johnson says, all right, so let me continue on. And we're going to continue to talk about this quarterback situation as information comes in. So far, it's saying that P.J. Walker will get the start today. Teddy Bridgewater is still going to be active. Again, that's just as the information is coming in. Nothing is solidified. That information about the roster probably will come out before I'm done with the video here, and I will share that with you guys. All right, so let's get up to date with these two teams that are playing today. The Carolina Panthers are currently 3-7, coming off their worst loss of the season after Tampa Bay avenged their worst loss of Tom Brady's career. Final score in that game was Carolina 23, Tampa Bay 46. So we are 3-7 and in last place in the NFC South. Detroit Lions are actually 4-5, and they are coming off a 3-point victory over the Washington football team. That score in that game was Detroit Lions 30, Washington football team 27. All right, Carolina has not played the Detroit Lions many times at all. This is actually their 10th matchup. So in the 9 games that they have played so far, Carolina does lead that series 6 games to 3. And now for the best part of the day. Got some interesting facts about these teams, specifically, got some interesting facts that I always share each game about the Carolina Panthers. And you guys are talking about the quarterback situation, and I cannot wait to get into that. So continue to leave your comments, and as I get through this information, I'm going to come back and talk about everybody's comments that are being shared. And I love the comments. So again, if you're watching on Twitter or Facebook, hop on over to YouTube if you want to have some comments and engage, which is something that's the whole reason why I do these live shows. All right, so let's go ahead and go over a few of the interesting facts about today's matchup. I'm sorry, not about the matchup, about the Panthers in this matchup. Quarterback Teddy Bridgewater, who we don't know is going to start right now. They're saying P.J. Walker. He currently ranks 2nd in the NFL with a 72.1% completion rating. He has 2,552 yards this year, and that currently ranks him 7th among quarterbacks. So you can see, at least I can see, why you want Teddy Bridgewater to be active today. I love how this team has this win now mentality. That, you know, they're resting other guys, but you know, if Teddy is not in a position to get hurt more and it's just a normal injury from playing football, then you want him out there. You want to give your team the best chance to win. And even the fact that they may start PJ Walker and have Teddy on the sideline, that still says they want to win. And now we just had a change to the quarterback situation. So I'm only going to speak about it once it's done, because it looks like Teddy is now inactive for today. Got a blackness on tap. I appreciate you. So again, Teddy Bridgewater will not play today against the Detroit Lions. He is a scratch. He is inactive. And again, God of Blackness, one of my loyal people that have supported the channel. I'm 100% run by your donations, your contributions. So really, really appreciate it. The more you guys contribute, the more shows that I can do, the more things I can do with players. And again, I work for you. So if you guys have questions for coaches, for players, let me know. I will go and get those questions answered for you and make a video reporting it to you. So I hope you appreciate it. Hope you like the show. And God of Blackness, appreciate you so, so much. And I also have a link below for a store to buy some merchandise that I have supporting the Panthers that help support the show. All right, so let me get back to these interesting stats that I have for the team. Robbie Anderson. He is a big surprise for the Carolina Panthers this year, and he currently ranks 5th in receiving yards with 772 yards, and he is 5th in receptions with 64. DJ Moore ranks 10th in the NFL with 736 yards receiving. Now, did you know that the Carolina Panthers is the only team in the NFL that has 2 wide receivers with 700 or more yards receiving? So, again, Teddy is now out for today's game, but that is a reason why you certainly want to try to get him in there to leverage the fact that we have such good talent in our wide receiver core. Now, let's not forget about Curtis Samuel, who currently ranks 4th in the NFL with 19 receptions on 3rd downs. That's good stuff. And then running back Mike Davis, which is funny. I didn't get a chance to share this with you guys this week. I don't know if he was challenged or what was going on, but you know, Teddy Bridgewater wore a referee outfit last week or 2 weeks ago. This week, Mike Davis came on, I think it was Thursday, have his availability with the media, and he taught in the 3rd person the entire time. He said, Mike Davis this, I don't know, you got to ask Mike Davis, but I would think it was funny. It's really funny. But nevertheless, Mike Davis is tied for the league with 25 broken tackles. So there you have a lot of the offensive stats and interesting facts that I want to share with you all about this game today. Got some questions coming. I appreciate it. Continue to leave them. I'm just about through all of my information I want to share with you all about today's game. And then we will get into excuse me, I don't know why I'm burping for the question and answers. So let's continue to go through. Let's look at the defensive side. We cannot forget about these guys on defense and what they've been doing. Safety Jeremy Chin leads all rookies with 69 tackles this season. Defensive end Brian Burns. He has 3 strip sacks this season, tied for 3rd in the NFL. And his 25, it's not here on the screen, but he has 25 quarterback pressures. Ties in for 6th most in the league. And defensive coordinator spoke about, you know, don't be surprised when Brian Burns turns out a 3-sack performance this season. If you watch the videos or tape or just look at the games closely and you watch Brian Burns, he gets back there fast. As a matter of fact, last week I had a stat in which I talked about he has the fastest by almost a full second timing in terms of getting from the snap to the quarterback. He just hasn't been able to finish those this season, but he's been getting back there faster than anyone. So yeah, certainly can see the potential for Brian Burns having a 3-sack game. And linebacker Shaq Thompson is tied for the 8th in the league with 80 tackles. Tyler P. talking about facts. Speaking of facts, also after the game, so during the game, I invite you all to tune in to me on Twitter, it's Charlotte Vibe, and have some conversation with me about the game. And also, a good place to leave your questions for post-game is leaving them on Twitter for me to talk to and address. And after the game, I post facts from the game about accomplishments that the Panthers have made that I think is interesting stuff. So be sure to check that out. I also normally talk about the team's top 10 rankings. They do not have any of those this week in the categories that I always talk about. So yes, I can find categories that there's some top 10 performances, but I want to be consistent with the information that I'm giving to you so you can evaluate the team's progress. Right now, we have no team top 10 categories to mention that I have been talking about all season, like passing net yards, defensive net yards, things like that. All right, and we do have a few notable connections. I thought I had my graphic, but I don't. Uh, I don't. So soon, I keep getting information about the starting lineup, but it's nothing official yet, so I'm not going to talk about it. Let me go to the official source that the Panthers give to us media people to be able to talk about the game. And as soon as that is out, if it happens during the broadcast, I will share with you. All right. And yeah, I don't have it yet, so let me get back to the chat box so I can watch what you all are saying. Oh, so some notable connections. So Panthers defensive coordinator Phil Snow, in terms of notable connections between the Panthers and the Lions, Phil Snow was a linebackers coach for the Detroit Lions for a couple of years, 2006 to 2008, and then also Panthers linebacker Tahir Whitehead was actually drafted by the Detroit Lions, and he played 4 seasons with them, 2012 through 2015. So again, those are the two connections today. Defense coordinator Phil Snow, as well as linebacker Tahir Whitehead, has some previous experience with the Detroit Lions. All right. Yeah, hit the thumbs up if you hadn't already done so, man. That helps other people find out about my channel. Lots of time put into covering this team for you guys. And hey, if you got a second to do so, that is appreciated. So there's been a lot of talk during this video about the actives and inactives Teddy Bridgewater. So I'm going to break format and go ahead and talk about the active list for today. Give me just a second. We're going to bring this up on the screen to share with everybody. All right, so I got it up. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Actually, let me put my little cool graphic. That's me, Chris Jenkins. That's how you follow me and talk to me during the game on Twitter. Information you see on the screen at Charlotte Vibe. So let's go ahead and talk about these Carolina Panthers and the inactives for today. Quarterback Teddy Bridgewater is inactive. That is official. Quarterback Teddy Bridgewater is inactive today against the Detroit Lions. Running back Christian McCaffrey, this is no surprise here. He is inactive today. Cornerback Dante Jackson, he is also inactive today. That is not a big surprise. And what Coach Rule mentioned regarding that Dante Jackson likely not playing is Rasul Douglas. Sorry, give me just 1 second. I need some more water. Let me just get back to this list here. Cornerback Dante Jackson inactive today. Safety Sam Franklin is inactive today. Guard John Miller is inactive today. And tackle Russell Okung is inactive today. So those are your inactives for today's game with the Carolina Panthers. All right, so we still do not know who the quarterback for today is going to be. May get that information prior to us getting off of here, at which point I am going to share with you all. But let's now go to the best part of the day, which is going over the question and answers from what you guys have been talking about so far. So most people are predicting the Carolina Panthers win today. PJ Walker seems to be the one that everybody wants to see lead us to victory today. Michael Jones, I think we are super hungry for a win. Man, we haven't won a game. What are we on, a 4-game losing streak? 5-game losing streak? It's too many. And yeah, hungry for a win, I would say. I would definitely agree with that. And I like the way that it trickles down from the leaders on the team. From, you know, it was reported that Coach Matt Rule was out there. The quarterbacks coach was out there. Marty Herney was out there. David Tepper was out there. Everybody was out there watching Teddy Bridgewater, and probably giving some input about should he go, best interest for the team long term. What about the offensive linemen because we're banged up there? Is it too dangerous? But you're only making that decision and you're looking at things that closely because you want to win. And I think when you see that, it's like trickles down to the players wanting to win. And not that they don't want to win week to week, but it creates this extra hunger about, hey, we're going to try to win each week no matter what. This rebuilding thing, fans can talk about it, media can talk about it, but we are trying to win today and now. And I like that culture, that atmosphere that they talked about and that you're actually seeing play out week to week for this team. So yeah, Michael Jones, I agree, hungry for a win. Tyler's talking about Walker's a fast-paced quarterback is what our team needs, in our opinion. Certainly exciting to watch. Can't say that we need it, but it's certainly something that's exciting to watch. Michael Jones wants to see Rasul Douglas bounce back today. Some comments earlier, you guys were talking about let Teddy heal, and certainly that is something that has been made as a decision at this point. Teddy Bridgewater is inactive for today. Somebody said we don't need a Cam repeat. We did have one person that says Will Greer putting up 40 would do wonders for his confidence. We'll see how that goes. Getting caught up today here with these comments. Appreciate your patience as I go through them all. Seeing a lot of potential in this team. We're just missing some finishing on both sides of the ball. Can't wait for next year once we get another set of draft picks under Matt Rule. I think he is great. Hey, Tyler, I can't agree with you more. I'm not cheering on the moral victories, but as a fan, yeah, you could say it's great to see this team being as competitive as they are, as early as they have been, and only having to me, really one terrible game, which was last week against Tampa Bay. Didn't play against Tampa Bay that well the first time either, but certainly lots of potential in this team. All right, so good question. Do you think they will play both Greer and Walker to see where they are with the backups? So that's a good question, man, that I don't have an answer for right now. One thing that Rule said about the quarterbacks was he knows he doesn't have to see Will Greer play to know what Will Greer brings to the table. And he has confidence in what he knows Will Greer is. So I feel like we would not see both Greer and PJ Walker play today because I feel like they already know what they have in Will Greer based on what Matt Rule said to us earlier this week. And I would go with the fact that if PJ Walker starts, I believe that PJ Walker will get most of the snaps, and only if he does atrocious could we see Will Greer come in. So excellent question, Tyler. I appreciate it. Continue to go through here a little bit more. Love the jacket. I'm not sure which jacket you're talking about, but I'm glad that you love the jacket. Maybe you're talking about the jacket that is in the shop. I don't think I have a shop jacket, but nevertheless, what jacket, Josh? I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Some more comments about Brian Burns getting better. Joey Rolano, can't say his name right ever. What's up, Joey? Appreciate you signing on. I always love seeing everybody sign on. Some people I'm familiar with because they say what's up a lot. So I invite you all to continue to sign on, say what's up, so I can become familiar with you all as well, because that's what I love to do. Hope they play both. B. Evans with the $4.99 super chat. Hey, again, you guys, I'm 100% supported by you and your contribution. So traveling to games, hiring people to do the video, spending the hours that I spend in the locker rooms talking to players and getting them on the shows, all this stuff, everything is funded not by, my sponsors, not by some big old company. I'm the leading independent media that covers the Carolina Panthers, and I rely 100% on your contributions. So anytime you're able to do something, even if it's 99 cents, even if it's a like, I appreciate it, and I thank you. And in return, my service to you all is say, hey, I work for you. If you have questions for coaches and players, let me know. I love getting those questions answered for you, using my access to be a connection between fans and players. Okay, so thanks again so much. Let me see if I can get the final word on the starting lineup, and then I'm going to get out of here, watch the game with everybody. Let's see. You guys may just have to wait for a tweet. Yeah, so in terms of who starts today's game, unfortunately, that information is not official yet. And because we have Will Greer and Teddy Bridgewater active, they don't have to say anything to us yet. They can decide 2 seconds before it's time to walk out onto the field which quarterback will start. Seems like rumors out there are saying P.J. Walker, and I say rumors, but they're credible sources that feel like P.J. Walker will get the start. But follow me on Twitter. I'll be able to provide those updates. There's the information for you popped up on the screen about how to follow me on Twitter. I don't even know what your name is, but thank you for tuning in. Z Birdie is how you say my name. Hey, I appreciate you helping me phonetically put it out there, because I do like to say what's up to everybody. Keep pounding, thinks PJ Walker's going to start. So, hey, be sure to subscribe. I come on live again about an hour and a half or two after the game with a report from coaches and players about the game, and love talking with you all about it. So that is it. Chris Jenkins, credential member for the media, signing off. I will see you guys, what's it, 11 o'clock? In about 5 to 6 hours, right?